Hello all, Havoc here. Let's get ready to play some Space Engineers. Okay, so in our last episode, we were out with the buggy trying to make ourselves a new mining carrier or digging platform. And yeah, I tried it. It didn't go well. Gonna have to keep working on the blueprint for that. So we were talking about working on the mobile base and improving on it. And so yeah, this is where I went with it. Took down all the supplies from everything else we had and turned it into what you see here. I apologize for my neighbor's loud barking dog. He's kind of an ass and doesn't take care of his dogs. It's freezing cold outside. His dogs are barking. And how many times I call the pound, they won't take his dogs from him. But, so please ignore all the barking. I can't get that out of the audio. Sorry, guys. So, yeah, it doesn't fly. We need more power. So I cut the batteries out because I needed the supplies. We lost a container. You notice there's only one large cargo container. And there is a big ball of stone sitting over there. Yeah, it ripped a hole right through the bottom of the ship. And it made a mess. So, this is just a proof of concept to see if it moves. It does move, albeit very, very slowly. And with no power, I have like 3 minutes of flight time right now. So this is, and it has nothing underneath it yet. I don't have anything for landing. Oh, it's gonna hurt. Yeah, 1%, that's fine. So we just have just the runners right now. And they keep taking damage. So, I'm going to either go to the little rubber ball or just a plethora of landing gear. I'm not quite sure yet which I want to do. Kind of leaning towards a whole bunch of landing gear so they can be there to land on. I mean, the rubber ball works, but it doesn't work. It kind of allows for too many things to happen. It has its purposes, and I don't think landing gear is the right use. I'm also thinking about moving the door to the other end. Also needing to change up weight distribution because the tail end is way too heavy and it does sag and it causes power draw because it can't use all the engines at an equal amount of thrust. It uses the back ones at almost full tilt. So I think I'm going to swap out large cargo containers for small ones. Maybe put them in the floor, like right along here or something like that. I thought about doing that, and then I kept crashing. And every time I crashed, the floor would get rippled, but the cargo container would stay intact. So I don't think I want to put them in the floor. So I might put like a rim, either around small cargo containers or a stripe down the center. And it puts refineries at each end and assemblers across the middle or something like that. Just, you know, try to split up the weight distribution and move these around to different places, like a couple out here on the outside. I might move these out one as well, and then that'll allow us to put a ramp across almost the entire front. And then I'm going to move the solar panels as well. These are the 6 we had on top, so hopefully we can get some more supplies so we can make some more solar panels, because right now it's going to take 15 hours to charge our batteries. So but yeah, I kind of like sitting up here because it gives a better feel of field of view. I was going to sit up front, and then I remembered how pilot houses on ships are high and to the back, so you can see what's going on. So yeah, currently engines are off, so we turn them on. All our batteries are set to charge. Let's turn that off. Yeah, see 40 seconds and depleting. So
ship fuel critical.
Yes, it is. So I'll set all these back to recharge. Alright, so that's where we're at with this. I'm going to go ahead and try to set up down there on the rock face. something for drilling. I don't have a lot of supplies left after this, so we really need supplies bad. I need iron because I want a bunch more blocks to put down, and we don't have any steel plates really to do it. We have about 1,000 in here, but that's about it. I don't know how many there's left over here. Oh, I'm gonna die. I don't know what that was about, but okay. Let's see what we got for in here for supplies. 600. That's not too bad. 2,000 motors. We still got quite a few components left here, but still, we're gonna need it. I want to get headed in that direction and setting up a base below the moon. I'm not quite sure. One of you guys, one of you viewers, had stated that the moons are near the poles, and that's a bad idea. I don't understand how that's a bad idea. So, if you can emphasize that on why it's such a bad idea, that'd be awesome. Because as of right now, I have no clue why it's a bad idea, and I thought it seemed like a good idea because the sun is out for longer periods of time at the pole, so which is more free electricity. We do have some uranium. I meant to turn around, not fall off. I think we have some uranium. Inventory. Yeah, we have 362. I think I can build a couple small reactors. I think I might end up doing that and powering this thing up with some small reactors, at least until I can get the batteries charged and get the landing gear fixed, because right now I can't get underneath it because it won't hover long enough for me to do it, and docking it onto the station seems like a bad idea. So yeah, I think I might put some small reactors on here and go from there. I do want to get the refineries off the floor because, like I was saying, the floor gets rippled every time it does take an impact, and I want to keep this stuff as safe as possible because we're going to rely on it. The other thing I want to do is get as many solar panels on this as I can, so when daylight comes, we don't have any problems getting charged to our batteries. So I was thinking about using that program to get us rotating solar panels, but we're going to be moving, so I'm not sure how that's going to work. So, alright, let's grab that spot, I'm telling you. I don't know what's up with it, but it's a pain in the ass. Alright, so, yeah. Alright, we don't need to fix that right now. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a bunch of supplies, throw them in the buggy, and then head on down to the wall over there and see what we can do for mining. So we'll see you on the other side of the cut. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to drill in a hole, and we're going to find iron, so like we're doing now, and it should show up here. There it is. So I'm going to use the right-click drill. And as soon as you notice I drilled at an angle, so what ends up happening is as soon as I get to the point where I start, see how those guys were rolling down the hill? That's what our iron will do, and it'll go down and hit the collectors at the bottom. Oh, we need to make sure. Hold it. Hold it. We need to make sure that these guys are set up correctly. So they're not set up correctly, they're going to start sending out. Oh, I almost jumped off. Oh, that would have been sucked. So there's a collector down there at the bottom that's set to spit out, but I think I hadn't set it to do any specific type of discharge. So it might just eject like everything, and that would be bad. So let's see here. I'm sure it is. Let's see, collector. See, throw out and collect all. So throw out is off. Okay. Wow, that would have been bad. Alright. So, why isn't our ore detector working? Is it off? Oh, that's why. Okay, so gold is 96 meters right that direction. And we can't see the iron, but that's fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn that ore detector back off. And let's go ahead and do that iron, collect that iron. So gold is like right there, which we don't need right now. We just need a ton of iron, as many tons of iron as we could get. This is literally why I'm drilling it by hand, is because I just want to get to it and start collecting it. So I have been noticing a bug in the game that whenever you manually drill, it crashes. So I'm not too keen on doing this by hand, but it's the most efficient way right now, because every other way that we're going to be mining is going to take energy. Just wanted to give it a little check there, see how it worked. Alright, it's looking pretty good. Alright, we should be hitting it any time now. Yeah, so what ends up happening is when the game crashes, it, for all intents and purposes, literally just stops responding. The game does, and it looks like it locks up, and then the audio continues to play. So I've heard a few other YouTubers mention this also, so good times. Oh, come on now. Oh, wait, there we go. Hit pay dirt. Okay, there we go. So now let's just start harvesting. Oh no. Once you start having to sculpt these, it starts to get to be a real pain. One thing you really don't want to do is have to sculpt these. They should just work. So I think what ended up happening is I got too shallow. Like back here it's really steep. I don't know if this is repairable now. Yeah, because of this now is going to be... Ah, God. Like I said, once you have to start repairing these, it's never ending. Just constant manicuring. Yeah, see, it's just not going to work now. Ah. Alright. Well, it is what it is. We still need the resources, so... Do a quick save. So make sure we don't lose any progress. Alright. Besides, it looks like we came in on top of the red anyway. Yeah, see, look at that. Alright. So what we'll do is collect as much as we can. And then the cool part is we still don't have to carry it all the way back.
Inventory full.
Yes, it is, I bet. So we only have to carry it to here. Okay, so inventory. So those will roll out there, hopefully. Let's follow. Oh, really? Come on. There we go. Rocks look funny all of a sudden. Fantastic. Alright, that part's working good. Alright, so like I said, we don't even have to go all the way back to drop off the stuff now. So now we can just come up here, collect more iron. Alright.
Inventory full.
Why, thank you for your support. Alright, just run over here. Inventory. And I should roll right out the door now. So the goal was to do this with drills and have it do the same kind of thing to where we didn't have to worry about the drills getting heavy or having to counterbalance them because they are heavy or anything like that. So it's kind of the premise of what I was going with this setup. Yeah, let's see, can we... Oh, we can hear it going into the... Ugh. Alright. There. Alright. So this is how I'm going to be doing my manual mining, at least for the interim, so I can get enough steel together to continue to produce the parts we need for the mobile base. So, yeah, this is going to be my life of mining. This is a little bit safer, I think, doing it this way as well, as I don't have to worry about getting stuck down in a hole and needing hydrogen to get out. Really? Come on, guys. I just want this to work. Like I said, once it doesn't work, it just takes constant sculpting and manicuring to get it to work properly. And you can only do that so much too, because it starts to get to a point to where it becomes, you know, see, like this. It now has a lip there, and the items are just going to get stuck there. So now we have to turn around and put a block there. Hopefully that'll work to help. Alright, keep going. So I'm right-click drilling, but I'm facing almost upward at about a 45-degree angle. And that's giving me that. So, alright. Get back in here and get back to work. Yeah, for no clip. Cheat codes for space engineers, no clipping. You hit the tilde key and type in God mode. And just kidding. That'd be kind of awesome.
Inventory full.
Inventory's full. So now can we come over here and drop? Probably not. Still like to get this to work out smoothly. Keep going, keep no. Alright. Well, you guys get the idea of what I'm trying to do. And like I said, the trough up there will work great for let's hit that flat spot and stop. Nope. Sweet. Alright. So that trough down there is going to work fantastic for drills. There's no question about that. So so even when we're doing the carve mining, the quarry drilling like I was talking about in the last episode, I plan on having that remember we had that one section we were running up the top, that little ramp so we can get up on top. I plan on turning that into the trough and having all the rock and ore ejected out through there to, like once again, keep the drill heads as light as possible. Alright, so let's get this collected. And so what I'll plan on doing as... Whoa, got kind of stuck there. Once we get enough iron collected, we're going to go ahead and fly down with probably the tadpole and collect it and take it back up to either the main base or the, well, yeah, the main base, because the mobile refinery is not up to par for that yet. And then we'll get it harvested. Oh, I almost knocked it through. There. No. Like I said, I just want this to work, guys. Alright. Inventory. Eject. 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 If we didn't have all these other components on us, we could be carrying quite a bit more. Alright, so I'm going to wrap up the episode here. Keep the comments coming, guys. Let me know what you guys think about the different aspects we've been talking about the last few episodes. Specifically, the style of harvesting that I want to do on the surface. A few of you have been asking about how I plan on dealing with the weight of the drills. I could do something as easily as putting a wheel on the backside and letting the wheel pick up the slack. That's something that's easily obtainable and doable. So, alright, so I'm going to continue to do some iron harvesting, and I will see you guys in the next episodes. This is Havoc. Have fun, and keep gaming.